yeah. She has 2 kids. One day her husband gets killed and her 2 kids get killed. And then she agrees, Naomi agrees that, listen, if I would have never left, I was full before I left. But when she left, all hell broke loose. So now Ruth comes. Ruth sees the faith in Naomi because he's married to his daughter, and she's like, yes, my Lord. Yes, my Lord. She's a Moabite. Okay? And when she sees the faith in Naomi, and she's like, wow, this is her son. Yo, I'm taken care of. Living with these people, their morals, their stuff is right. Although she ran, she still kept some stability about herself. Praise God. So now, Ruth now is coming with her. They're going from Moab back into Israel. Praise God. So now, because they leave it again. So Naomi says, I'm going back home. So Ruth is like, don't leave me. I ain't going nowhere. She's like, no, listen, my husband, my kids are dead. So I can't get you out of husbands. Like, don't worry about it. It's okay. So the other sister decides to go back to Moab, where Ruth said, I'm going to you. I got my faith in you. I'm focused on what you say. So then all of a sudden, she follows her now in there. And now her faith, Ruth. So then after Ruth is doing that, Ruth now has to make a living. Yes. Because now she's free. She comes to Israel and she's free now. So now she's a person like a Moabite in the world, and she wants to be a Christian, wants to be an Israelite. Because she's like, but in order to be an Israelite, you got to sacrifice a lot. You got to turn away from your old self, your people, and serve that God. She said, I want to serve your God, because she saw the goodness of what happened to her as a result of being connected. When she looked at her own countrymen, all she saw was this. Here we go. And this is what we see in the world. Confusion. People dying suddenly. Destruction. No peace. Gnashing of teeth. Trying to get everything in the flesh. Yeah, I want this. Yeah. Covetousness. Everything you can think of that was in the world. So she's like, I'm tired of that. I don't want to be around that. I want to be with you. You are a sister of God. You holy. You serve the God of Yahweh. So she goes with her. And her faith now, she meets a man. His name is Boaz. Boaz is a wealthy man in Israel. Okay? He had a lot of slaves, and he was a Jew. He had it all. So one day, Naomi, let's read that. Look at verse 4. I want to just paint that thing. Verses 5 to 9. And Boaz said, on the day you buy the land from Naomi and from Ruth, the Moabites, you acquire the dead man's widow, in order to maintain the name of the dead with this property. Wow, praise God. At this, the kinsman redeemer said, then I cannot redeem it, because I might endanger my own estate. Do you redeem it yourself? I cannot do it. Now, in earlier times in Israel, for the redemption and transfer of property to become final, one party took off his sandal and gave it to the other. This was the method of legalizing transactions in Israel. Okay, verse 8. Therefore the kinsman said unto Boaz, buy it for me. So he drew off his shoe. Ready? 9. And Boaz said unto the elders and unto all the people, you are witnesses this day that I have bought all that was Amalek's and all that was Clinton's and Mahan's of the hand of Naomi. Look at 10. Moreover, Ruth the Moabite, the wife of Mahlon, have I purchased to be my what? Wife. to raise up the name of the dead upon the inheritance. The dead were people that wasn't in the fold of God. Just like today, the heathen is spiritually dead. They're not alive. They can't receive the inheritance because they don't know it. They can't receive it because they think they have their own inheritance, right? Then he says that the name of the dead be not cut off among the brethren. Woo! And from the gate of this place you are witnesses to this day. So what happened to Ruth? Ruth went from being a Moabite